Boo. Hello. Hey Mo. It is, well, I've done a few watch-alongs in the past, but I thought I was going to get back to streaming this week and saw the Liverpool game was on. Thought we might watch it and hang out. We need a vote on whether we want Loki or Sandra on the live stream. She would cost too much, Neo. Right, I'm not that I can only afford her for like 5 minutes at a time. She is, Brian. She is a lady, indeed. Hey, Scott. Hey, Alistair. Hello. I'm on the wrong screen. It's a good start. Solid start. We are not 7 seconds in, by the way. Nobody panic. Exactly. 5 minutes is plenty, isn't it? Do it twice. How is everyone? Have you all broken your New Year's resolutions? I didn't make any, so can't break them, which is good. Let me look at the lineups today. Where are we? Got Alison Becker, Connor Bradley, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Shimikas, Szoboszlai, Gravenberg, Jones, Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez, reinvigorated, that's the word, and Luis Diaz. Now, I think Núñez will have a stinker. I think everybody's got excited about it again, and then it won't be exciting. Do I? How long did you last, Callie? How are you, Tim? What are we, 21st? Did you make it till... Did you get halfway, Callie? Couple of weeks? Still decent, isn't it? Aren't Lille quite good at the moment? Who are there? Obviously, they got David up front. But apparently, they're quite good. They're quite very good. I just wanted to say I ordered a liquid Holden candle a while back. The candle tin is made for a very useful Herbie hold. I didn't think of that. That's actually... It's quite a nice little tin, isn't it? Yeah, I get it. 12 days. That's what... Round it up, that's 2 weeks, Callie. You take that, right? I think that's acceptable. Unless beforehand you only like drank once a month, and now it's actually worse than it was before. In which case, that's terrible. So who we got tonight? So Atalanta have beaten Stonegratz 5-0. We've got Monaco have just beaten Villa 1-0. Atletico Leverkusen, we'll keep an eye on all the other scores, obviously. Atletico Leverkusen is going to be a banger. Benfica Barcelona. Bologna versus Dortmund. Bruges versus Juventus. Liverpool Lille. Red Star PSV. Slovan versus Stuttgart. Atletico Leverkusen could be a banger. Or it could be really dull. Right. I don't know if we have any American viewers today, but how did your one-day TikTok ban go? Hey, Alice! Thank you, mate. Yes, that's one of the things I love about streaming is that you get to actually chat to people rather than somebody leaves a comment and then I reply 3 weeks later, you know? Good to see you, buddy. Some very kind person sent us some dog bowls and some poo bags for the dogs today, which was lovely. Mr. Fruity Kenny, thank you very much for the 50 months, you absolute legend, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Normally watch along with the Redmen TV, but if Loki's doing it, oh, thank you. I struggle with Redmen TV a little bit. I used to watch them a ton. And I don't know, I've just gone off them a little bit. Nothing that particularly... I don't think they've done anything particularly wrong or I dislike them. I don't know. There's not that many good Liverpool sort of fan channels knocking about because there's a couple of other guys. Who's that baldy guy that's just a massive arsehole? But yeah, I struggle a little bit. Right. Okay, thank you for the notification, Streamlabs. Fight your way through epic battles with overlays hand-picked to match your Dynasty Warriors Origin stream. View your overlays here. Thank you for that, Streamlabs. I was just about to stream that game. Owen, hi Loki, haven't been able to watch much from you recently, being swamped with uni. Been watching you since I was about 12. Jesus, fucking hell, I sound old now, don't I? But watched your update video yesterday. Congrats on the Mrs. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Hope uni's going well. What are you studying? Right. Nice little win for Liverpool today. Darwin Núñez, if you could maybe score another goal, it might be too much to ask, but if you could just pop another one in, start finding some form, that would be lovely. Don't tell me you're a Man United fan, Ellis. I don't want to have to ban you. You know? After all these years. Right. Where's our bench? Trent, Chiesa, Dans, Elliott, Endo, Gakpo, Yaros, Kelleher, Kanate, McAllister, Tyler Morton, and Andy Robertson. Okay, not too bad. Doing psychology with criminology now. Oh, nice. Hoping in the future to study Darwin's brain. Nice. Is that it? Is that end goal? Is it? Is that Darwin the natural selection guy or Darwin actual Núñez? Because that Núñez is... I think he'd be a fascinating... He strikes me as a bit of a man-child, doesn't he? I think you need to study Elon Musk's brain. Oh, he is. He's a Man United fan. I can't even make fun of you, mate. Like I said before, it's like punching a baby at the moment. So I'll just let you be, Ellis. All right. You've got enough going on, you know. Worst team in 147 years. A bit harsh. Gotta be honest, a bit harsh from Amarin. Oh, but a Goldbridge meltdown. I don't watch much like a huge amount of Goldbridge, but I like when people take his like goal reactions to Man United losing and then also upload them to TikTok and put a funny thing on his voice. It's even better. Good evening, Jammy. Can we watch the handball instead, mate? Running out of screens to follow a Champions League queue and handball. No. As big of a fan as handball as I am, in case Dino's watching. Not doing too bad, thanks, Craigie. How are you, sir? So let's talk about America. What's been going on? Not much. Has been pretty quiet in America, isn't it? Really, they're just chilling along, aren't they? America. It can, and it might. It can't be worse than that. It'll fix. I'm losing faith in Amarin. I actually really liked the appointment of Amarin. And I get that he has a style. I totally get that this is his style. He plays this 5 at the back. He plays with wing backs. But surely, if you're a really good manager, you know right now you do not have the players to play that formation. So maybe for the time being, until you can sign those players, maybe just play a simpler method and one that you have the players for. I don't know. I find it weird that we don't have the players for this formation, but I'm going to just do it anyway. I'm just going to force it through. Just feels weird. Oh, Kenny, I get the big screen. You can put me on the mobile. You don't need to look at my face, Kenny. Unless you're masturbating, of course, obviously. Then. When Rangnick called United a shambles, he got shuffled along. Let's see what... Yeah, I know. Today I learned that Nazis were just sending out their hearts to the crowd and not healing. 2 goalies on the bench. I know, 2 goalies on the bench. That what? If you're the third choice goalkeeper, like on the bench, you're the second choice goalkeeper on the bench. You're like, I could have just stayed in and watched this on the telly. Like, I don't think I'm getting much out of this. I've got to be honest. Hey, Star. I'm doing very well, mate. I'm doing all right, thank you. How are you, sir? Right, we have the ever-important coin toss. The handing over of little things that apparently we still do. The referee is showing coins to the players like they've never seen one before. This is my commentary, by the way. There you go. Score prediction. Aren't Lille on like 20-something games undefeated? I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. Doing well, mate. Still grinding away on mushroom fishing 4 after you got me hooked 3 years ago. Nice. What level are you now? Isn't Jonathan David like leaving at the end of the season in all predictions? 42. Very nice. 3-1. All right. Take it all day. But I think Lille is decent. So we've been not playing the best football recently. Oh my god, that David James playing as a striker is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. If you've never seen that, when David James played up front, it's worth YouTubing it. I think he kills a couple of people in tackles, doesn't he, as well? Oh my god, 318 kilo green. How long did that take? That must have taken forever, even on good equipment. Better commentary than anyone who gets paid to true. Oh shit, we kicked off. That's a good start, lads. Oh, I've forgotten the little thing. Okay. We're off. Okay. If you're ahead of me, please don't give me spoilers. 1 hour. Yes, I do, yeah. I'm a carp man, so I did do me like 3 trips to the North Sea. Okay, they almost scored. Nobody panic, they just almost scored. Just want to see goals, take it. I need Darwin. If Darwin can score 1 or 2 today, I'll be delighted, because that might get him on a bit of a roll. Oh, you're a stream virgin. Well, I am happy to take away your virginity, sir. Welcome, welcome. Don't use that, Ellis. Right. So, bright start from Lille. Our boys will be fine. Our boys will be fine. I'm going to do like a re-review of Russian Fishing 4, because I've leveled up a new account to like 32 and experienced everything. And I wanted, because there's a few bits been added to the game. There's a better tutorial. Some of the beginner lakes have changed a bit. So I wanted to do like a whole re-review of the whole game. Okay, 2-2. Take it, Stu. Yeah, I would like to see Chiesa start. I think we've got a player there. From the little bits we've seen, we can stay actually fit. I like the fact that even in unimportant games, like this is still important, but we're top of the group, we should be fine. Even in like random League Cup games, Mo Salah still starts. Like, he's a demon. I think he just sulks if he doesn't start in any game. What ball that is? Mo's onto it on the right-hand side. Yeah, he's looking. Sizing him up. Dinks it outside of his boot. Keeper claims it. Jonathan David's probably the most well-known Lille player, right? The Canadian striker. I know, Stu. There's no way of getting rid of that. There's a slight delay. It's so annoying. Wait, Stu, who are you on YouTube? Have you got the same name? Never speak of Michael Owen here. He can fly helicopter, Michael Owen. Oh, Mo dribbling around the defenders. Oh, it's unlucky. They scramble it away. Could be a counter. And they're going backwards today. It's not going to be a counter. They've decided not to counter. They've decided to go backwards. I want to make a controversial thing. I'm going to say something controversial about politics, which is always good for streaming. I find it really goes down really well. I don't think Elon Musk did a Nazi salute. There are many things wrong with Elon Musk, and I despise the man and think he's a horrible human being. I just think he's a autistic. Like, if you see the video just up to that, when he comes on and starts doing this weird sort of punchy air thing, he's just the most awkward human being. Like, there's a million things to criticise about Elon Musk that are actually factually true and stuff. But, like, he's just a very strange man, and he likes a lot of mushrooms. I know, I'm sorry. Like I said before, Booker, we can't afford Sandra for a whole stream. Like, and I'm not made of money. She charges a lot, and by the hour, if you know what I mean. Hello, Loki. Nice to see you're doing a watch along, but I'm watching my Benfica against Barca, so that's fine. Keep us updated on the scores. Yeah, like, it's weird. It's like all over TikTok, and it's like, the problem with when you start criticising somebody that maybe did a thing that you think he might have done is like, you could criticise him on all the actual factual, definitely things he did do that's horrible and bad, rather than a maybe thing. Liverpool scramble it away.
Thomas the wank.
Darwin dropping deep, picking up the ball. Wins the throw-in. Dom, thank you very much for your 19 months. Very kind of you, sir. Welcome back. But I promise not to go on about politics. I just had to get my bit out. I've got a 2 for 100 discount. and as we all know, Sandra's booked up months in advance, like a good restaurant. Wait, Benfica already scored? That was quick. Liverpool, Verge, just waiting with the ball. No sign of new contracts then. And we must remember that Elon Musk is the largest internet troll. Like, he just is an internet troll. Like, his brain, he might have thought it was funny. Like, because his brain is weird. Right, Verge just marshalling the defence like a sexy Dutchman that he is. We seem to be playing pretty easy. You can see Kwanzaa getting some minutes as well. Which would make you happier? United going down through being awful, or City stripped of titles and getting thrown down to League Two? Well, I don't mean to be that guy, but technically Manchester City can't be relegated to League Two because the Premier League is a different entity to the EFL. Therefore, the only thing in relation to that the Premier League could do was give them like minus 100 points for next season, meaning they would get relegated to the Championship. But to answer your question, I'm such a nerd. Hang on, Liverpool on the attack. Mo Salah on the right wing, cuts inside, whips one in, little floaty one, easy for the goalkeeper. United going down through being awful. See, City stripped of the titles would be interesting because technically that would mean that Liverpool pick up league titles. To me, that I wouldn't really count them. Like, I'm not going to suddenly celebrate random league titles that we've picked up. I think it would be funnier if Man United go down. And I also hate Man United more, so I think it would be more fun to watch Man United go down through being shit. Did you see Musk's computer game prowess has been challenged? Yes. What a lemon he is. He is such a child. I think he genuinely thinks he's like a child, like in that he thinks we'll all be impressed that he's a top tier gamer. If he'd come out and said, you know what, lads, I really love Path of Exile, but I'm a busy guy, so I paid a guy to level up my account so I could experience the end game stuff and just have fun with it. People would have gone, oh, okay, cool, respect, yeah, whatever, do you. But trying to come out and say, like, I'm the best, and then live stream it when, that's just, oh, bless him. It's like a 12-year-old on Fortnite. Good evening, I hope you're well, buddy. Tonight is the scouting mission for Liverpool as they look at... Are they interested in him? David from Lille has your Mo replacement in the summer. Would he? Is he? Well, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll let them know. I am part of the scouting squad, so I'll let them know if I think it's... If Klopp was to offer to come back, would you take him? Or is Klopp proving how overrated Klopp was? Klopp wasn't overrated. But I find this season, as a Liverpool fan, and if there's Liverpool fans in the chat, please let me know if you agree. I am suffering from new dad syndrome. So my parents have split up. My dad Klopp has left. My mum has got a new girlfriend. That's different. A new boyfriend, and he's lovely. And his name's Arnie Slot. And he's a lovely guy. And he's trying to do all the fatherly things with me. But at the moment, it just doesn't feel... It's just not the same. It feels a bit weird. Hey, Morton. You do lose the derbies. But for a season, it'd be funny, though, wouldn't it? Nice one, Aidan. Come over. Come on. For a while there, Aidan, Southampton were Liverpool's feeder team, so you're kind of a Liverpool supporter anyway. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, Klopp made this team. He literally, and also set up the team. The big credit that I give to Arne Slot is obviously the Gravenberg as the number 6 thing. Who knew that was a thing? But, yeah. So much of what we're seeing this season is Klopp. It's Klopp's team, isn't it? Understandably. Lille on the attack. Heavy touch in the box. He's offside. Never mind. Hey, Grubson. I'm all right, mate. How are you, sir? And that's, I think, an underestimated thing of getting... I know, obviously, we wanted... Oh, fucking hell, I've forgotten his name. Alonso. Fucking hell. I I know he wasn't. Arnie Slot wasn't our first choice. I think this is an underrated thing. When a team, any team, get rid of their manager, especially if they've been pretty successful. Go on, Darwin. On the attack, pings the ball across. Poor clearance, and a really poor pass for Mo. Is you don't just look for who's the best manager out there. You look for who's the best manager that would fit the current crop of players that we have. The opposite to the Amarin thing. They've got a really good young manager, but the players do not suit him at all. So you just have to kind of accept that and wait a while, right? Whereas Arnie Slot's like, I play a very similar system. It's like, it's not heavy metal, it's like 80s rock. There's a bit of, there's some good drums in there, but it's not quite as hell for leather, but it's the same, very similar system. So it works. Oxford are playing Luton. Smash them. Smash them. Those Luton boys. Send them back to League One where they belong. The problem is my dad's family support Man United, so I don't know if they would agree with that. All the more reason to support Liverpool, Aidan. Thought it was great, but it doesn't feel real until he has a bit of a down patch. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We need to have a rough month. Because there's a lot of good managers that are good managers when it's going well. But, do we need an injury crisis or fall apart a bit and see the real metal? Liverpool on the attack. Szoboszlai into Mo on the right-hand side. Tries to flick it across, but it's scrambled away once again. Good pressure, though, boys. We're building the pressure. Hey, why do you promote me a little? Because I only have 10 followers and I want to unblock the gifts, please. Hey, everybody, go follow Grubson. Do you make content, Grubson, or am I just we're just a random dude that we should follow? Which 90s, 2000s footballer has the worst hair and why is he was amazing. Who was the original? He's got a pineapple on his head. That was a quality haircut. Fellaini, obviously, but I think you could argue that's the best haircut. Luton are 2-1 up. Huh. That's a very good point. Amarin will be amazing, but I don't think it will be at Man United. It's not a bad shout. Jason Lee! That's the one. Bless him. Harvey Elliott, not a fan of his big spaghetti hair thing. Imagine it goes down to the final day of the season. Let me paint you a picture, guys. Final day of the season in the Premier League. 2 teams battling. 2 teams have already been relegated. Let's go Leicester and Southampton. Obviously, I think Southampton already relegated. And it goes down to the final game in the season. And one team is going to get relegated. It's either Spurs or Man United. What a last day that would be. That would be so much fun. Especially, they don't just happen to be playing each other on the last day, do they? That'd be quite good. Right, Liverpool, comfortable on the ball. I think Liverpool's next potential issue is after the 3 best players leaving is the left back situation. And the more I watch him, the more I want Kirkes from Bournemouth. So if we just get that done in the summer, please, Slot, that'd be great. If Slot does that in the summer for me, I'll start calling him Dad. All right. Hey, Kepi. Verge with a big long ball forward. No good, but it's like a 70-yard gain. Pogba dicking about with his hair has always annoyed me. I think you can only do... Back in the day, it was like you could only wear coloured football boots if you were like amazing. Now you just have to exist and you can have coloured football boots. It's the same with hairstyles. If you're playing well, you can do what you like. Ball through, he's going to go to the goalkeeper. Yeah, Southampton are just they're gone, aren't they? They all they've got. Southampton's is not about staying up this season. It's about beating the lowest points record. It's 1-1 in the Benfica Barcelona games. Dortmund are 1-0 up. Mo, Trent, Van Dijk. Who are you more worried about leaving? Forgetting age profiles, just like next season, who are we going to miss most? As good as Mo is, Van Dijk. Van Dijk for me. Van Dijk is the key to the defence. He is everything. He's the best defender in the world, and he also creates quite a lot, gets the ball forward a lot, is a superb long passer of the ball. And I worry, and he just leads the line, right? And I worry that it's going to be without him. Like Mo Salah is as amazing as he is, there are other good attacking players that you can replace. Trent, as good as he is going forward, we know he's not the best defender in the world. We've got Connor Bradley, who I love already. I think getting a centre-back of Virgil's quality, if they exist, is a stupid amount of money, right? Who will be number one next season? I think Alisson and the new guy will be loaned out to the Premier Club to get him used to it. It's a weird one, isn't it? Okay, so we've got Alisson, who's what, 31, 32. We've got Kelleher, who's 25-ish and has done brilliantly when he's played. We've got Mamradashvili, who I haven't watched much of, but apparently he's really good. Putting my Liverpool hat to one side for a second, I'd sell Kelleher. He deserves to be playing. He's such a good goalkeeper. He deserves to be playing all the time for like one of the better Premier League teams. Lille on the counter attack here. Lovely little turn from that fella. That's what all their names are going to be. That fella got it on the edge of the box, looking for a bit of space. Pays it out wide. Right, Diaz with a bit of decent defending. It's crossed in. Verge away. Diaz on the counter. Plays it out play. I'd imagine it's easier to get most contributions through the aggregate than it would be Verge. Yeah, exactly. Like you're not going to sign a Mo Salah unless you have unlimited money, right? So, but you get more out of the rest of the team. I think we need to replace Darwin. I was on the Darwin. I know I'm not. Everyone's not on the same train as me here. I like Darwin, and I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a top win the league, Champions League player. So if we had a striker that was a little bit more consistent, I know Jam prefers strikers that don't score goals. But I'd like one to score. I'm going to be controversial. I like strikers that score goals, and then we just need a more supplier right winger. And to be honest, I'm so fed up with talking about Trent's ability or inability to defend. It's been like almost 10 years now of talking about, he's good, he's really good, but defense. Like that discussion gets so old. Konate, I think, can be as good as Verge. I hope so. His injury record is a little bit worrying. As a United fan, it came between you and Arsenal on the final day of the season to win. I go for Liverpool because I've said for years Arteta will never win the league. Well, Arsenal fans are insufferable at the best of times, right? If they did win the league, oh God, nobody wants that. I know Kelleher looks like he's just left school. He does. He looks like about 12. But he's like 25 now. Why would you want him to? I know, Jam. I'm crazy like that. Liverpool on the attack plan on the right hand side. Bradders, go on, Bradders, run at him. Lovely ball in, edge of the box. Mo Salah slips it in. Too far. It's gone out for a goal kick. And And okay, I am happy if Virgil wants to go to whoever, if Trent wants to go to Real Madrid, if Mo wants to go to whoever, Saudi Arabia or whatever for stupid money. I don't hold grudges very much as players. Like, at the end of the day, playing for a football team is just the job. So I don't expect some weird loyalty like, oh yeah, but Trent owes us. What does he owe us? We pay him and he's really good at football. That's the transaction. If he decides to go live in Madrid for a few years and play with his mates and have a better chance of winning the Ballon d'Or, go for it, man. What experience. What a life experience. I think it's weird to complain about that stuff. Oh, if I had to take an Arsenal player, which one would you choose? Oh, Saliba, innit?
Thomas the Wank Engine.
Let me just think. Let me just make sure. Okay, ones I really like, that I genuinely think are world class. Saliba, Gabriel, not quite. He's kind of the Canate of our. Saliba would be a Verge. Oh, imagine Virgil van Dijk and Saliba. Oh, that is. Oh. Declan Rice is obviously a great player. Saka would be our perfect Mo replacement. So if it was right now, because that's the trouble, I'd probably take Saka. Then I'd have to take Saka, I think, because of the Mo situation. Like, you can't replace Mo, but Saka is a damn good option. Like, as good as Saliba is. Jimmy, thank you very much for using your Prime subscription. Welcome back to the Ultras, sir. I agree, Stu. I totally agree. Jackson's very similar at Chelsea. Liverpool on the attack again. Diaz pings out into the middle. Szoboszlai, heavy touch, scuffs it away. If Trent leaves, do you think Conor Bradley would be first choice? I think we would obviously need another right back. So I would get somebody young and of a similar level than Conor Bradley and sort of let them battle it out and share the time and winner stays on type deal. I wouldn't just get up a backup to Conor Bradley. I don't think that's quite enough yet. We've not seen him play 15, 20 games and see what he's like yet. So just in case we get like somebody to battle it out with him. Darwin is part football, not part stormtrooper. He is. How have Liverpool got into a position how your three best players all run out of contract at the same time? I know, Nathan. I know. We don't ever know what's going on behind the scenes. We might have been trying to get Trent a new contract for the past 3 years. Simicast with a crazy throw, but it gets to Alisson. It's like Mo Salah saying, when he came out in the press a couple of times and said, I've not been offered a contract, right? Technically, that might be true, but that they've probably had lots of discussions. They just haven't got to an agreement where the contract has been offered. So that's a bit of sort of mind games, and you never really know with. And there's certain footballers, like, let's say, the weirdest one for me is Verge, because I feel like he just would have signed a new contract, and I still think he will, but maybe that's why they're comfortable with it. But like, just get him signed up. Maybe his injury was the reason that Verge didn't sign a new contract, because everyone, including me, was like worried, would he come back the same player? And for a couple of months, we weren't sure if he was the same player when he came back from that injury. Diaz tracking back and winning the ball back well. Unlucky with the pass. How dare you, Dave? That said, it will ruin his legacy. I don't know. If a human being wants to experience something new other than living in Liverpool, as good as a city as it is, as lovely as the weather is in Liverpool, if anybody wants to fancies a few years in Madrid, and like ruining his legacy, and this is not aimed at you particularly, like lots of people have said that, right? His legacy is what? Winning every single competition with Liverpool. Like, that doesn't change. So And I get it. Like, if he stayed, he could become the Gerrards, the Carragers and stuff like that. But as a 27-year-old lad, just why wouldn't you want to? I would, obviously, as a kid growing up, I would have loved to played for Liverpool. But I also would have thought, yeah, but it'd be nice to, like, live in Madrid or whatever, Barcelona for a few years and experience other leagues and stuff. Have you thought about other games to stream? I really liked XCOM, Mech Warrior, etc. It was really good. Yes. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, there is games. I talked about it in a video, but like I really enjoyed Darkest Dungeon 2, but it the way they went in the direction of Darkest Dungeon 2 with this sort of roguelike nature just doesn't I was going to say tickle my boat. That's a mixture of okay, moving on. It doesn't tickle me fancy. That's just not the sort of game I genuinely enjoy. So as much as I like the Darkest Dungeon aesthetic and I like the turn-based combat and I like all that, and I like the mechanics and the positive and negative quirks and stuff, the design of the game holds it back for me. Yeah, float me fancy. But yes, there's definitely there is a South Korean dating sim that I would like to try out on stream one day. There's a couple of random games. I do like an FMB game. I love it. No, Jam, he is our backup for everything, though, Jam. We can't have him as a main backup right back. He's our backup, centre back, and left back and right back. Yeah, don't tickle me pickle. But with the Trent stuff and the Virgil and Mo, if I had to guess, Mo and Virgil stay, Trent leaves. Right now, that's what I think will happen. Do you think it could be last season for Andy Robertson? It hurts, doesn't it? I would, if I was Arne Slot, I would get a new left back, like Kirkes at Bournemouth, and sell Simicas and keep Robbo as the sort of backup senior guy, tutor for the new left back for another season. I think would work well. Yeah, like Super Seducer. They were so much fun. TBD, thank you very much for the subbage. Who's the top four and who's going down this season and surprise package so far? Well, Nottingham Forest are the surprise package so far. In a you could almost argue Man City with a surprise package. I think it will be Liverpool top, Man City second, Arsenal third. Oh, fuck. The fourth spot is ridiculous. Because I think Man City will come back and I be a lot closer than people think right now. Who finishes fucking fourth? It could be Brighton, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Villa, not Spurs, not Man United, Chelsea. I'm going to go, fuck it, Bournemouth. Champions League, Bournemouth. Why not? They are the best performing team in the league, by the way. If you look at the underlying stats, Bournemouth are bonkersly good. I think I am still not fully aboard the Forest type train. Amazing this season, but I don't think it will last. I think they will finish still good, like maybe 7th, 8th, I think they'll finish. But they are the surprise package. Going down, sadly, is the three that came up. Southampton, obviously, Leicester, probably, and Ipswich. If anyone stays out of those three, it'll be Ipswich that stays up. But if Ipswich don't stay up and they sack their manager, they are mental. Liverpool on the attack. Mo Salah whiffs the volley. But But I could have told you about Nottingham Forest years ago. Because you remember when I used to do my experiments? I did a thing where I experimented 100 seasons to see who would be the best striker. And Chris Wood, always, whenever I did any sort of attacking experiment, Chris Wood tore it up. So he's just doing what I knew he was going to be doing 5 years ago. What's Soval? What's Soval? What does that stand for? You got me excited. What is it? Give me left nut for Man United to get relegated. I've got a comment here. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. After City's result against Ipswich, I checked to see how many points City are behind Liverpool. At no point this season have I stopped thinking as City as our biggest rivals for the league this season, despite how horrendous run they went on, right? And maybe it's just like PTSD of the last 8 years. But I will refuse to believe that Man City are dead, ever. I don't care if we've checked the pulse and they've been relegated. I still feel like they might pop up and win the league. I think it's just PTSD. If we were to get someone like Kirkes, Robbo would still be a huge leadership backup, etc. That said, as much as he's not having his best season, I have belief in him to find his spot. Yeah, so do I. That's why I think... And you get a bit of money for what's his face, and he's pretty decent. I've completely forgotten his name. That's how good he is. Lille on the attack down the left-hand side. Konza deals with it. Arsenal need a striker. They could do worse than Chris Wood. And I know they'd hate that because they're snobs. But they could do so much worse than Chris Wood. He's better at what he does than... What's his face? There you go. Brilliant. I'm terrible at names. I'm old. My nephew, who's like a lifelong Bournemouth fan, went to the Newcastle game and he was orgasmic about Bournemouth's performance. He was like, I've never seen anything like it. He's like, this is the best I've ever seen us play. Yeah, Wolves are definitely down there, aren't they? Good tackle, Simicast. That's a great ball. Mo's through on goal. Shoots. Scores! Mo Salah! He's quite good at the old footballs. Counter-attacking goal. I think it was Simicast who won the ball. Goalkeeper's pointing at something. He's like, no. He's like telling somebody off for being late. Wood is too cheap. We can't justify spending only. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. That's all. Like you joke, but it's true, isn't it? It's true. Did Simicast foul him? No, I don't know. The guy just dived. Simicast got the ball. At no point. I don't think he was ever touched by Simicast. It's not even close. Is he onside though? Is he onside? It's a great finish from Mo. I don't know if he's onside. It looked tight. Tight like tiger. Okay, stop replaying the goal. Show me the line where the offside thingy happens, yeah? Do we still do VAR on like an abacus in the Champions League? This looks like it's been given. Only got one small view of the offside. Okay, it must have been fine. And Benfica are 3-1 up against Barcelona. They've fallen apart a bit, haven't they? In your opinion, who's the worst signing for United, Anthony or Sancho? Oh, fuck me. Anthony or Sancho? It's got to be Anthony, innit? Okay, I'm picking Anthony as the worst Man United signing just for that one time that he did that weird sort of lollipop thing for no apparent reason. At least with Anthony's gone though, right? He's off on loan, isn't he? Yeah, lovely finish, Roy. One player you want in next season and one player you'd happily move on for your club. I would... Or Curtis Jones take one in the nuts. Oh, he's taking one right in the nutsack. He might have burst a testy here, guys. He looks here. He's trying to put his shirt over his head. What happens here? He slides in. Okay, so it's not taking one in the nuts. It's just a stretch. He did a bit of the splits. Okay, I thought you'd taken one in the bags. In the old... Thoughts on Elon Musk's Nazi salute? I've talked about that earlier. I'll try. I don't think it was a Nazi salute. I think he's a very awkward, horrible, weird human being. If you looked at the 15 seconds leading up to that clip, he does all sorts of weird arm movements because he's an incredibly cringy, awkward guy that's autistic and doesn't know how to be a human. And so... I hate the guy, but there's a million things to criticise Elon Musk for, but that are factually true, right? So go after him for those things rather than the did he mean it? Did he like who cares? Pick on the actual factual stuff. Would you take Wood or Nunes? Oh, interesting one. I think obviously Wood is a better finisher, but it doesn't quite have the legs, and we would have to change too much how we play to suit him. I think he needs wide men that are more suppliers than finishing. He wants not to be like a bit old school, but he wants wingers to whip a ball into him, whereas we've got like Diaz and Gakpo and Mo that all want to cut inside and finish themselves and get involved. Like, our perfect striker is still... Allison comes out to claims it but drops it. Our perfect striker would be a 25-year-old Bobby Firmino. Not the most prolific goal scorer, but gets involved, would just link up with everybody else. Oh, it'd be sexy. Would you take Elon as an owner? God, no. No. Oh, no. Oh, 100% shrooms. He's talked openly about his use of psychedelics and stuff. That's why there's a clip of him, all the sort of dignitaries and stuff standing there waiting for Trump to come on, and his eyes are just like, just darting, and he's just like, doesn't know what to do with his body. That's shrooms. That's the eye thing especially is a common mushroom thing, but like, yeah, with his autism, like, he's just done, and he's before all the Elon Musk shit happened, right? Before he became a massive bellend, and he was just like, hey, there's another tech guy that does tech stuff. He did some really fascinating, really interesting interviews, sit down, normal interviews with people, and he talked openly about how he struggles with human connection and talking and doing these interviews and all these sorts of things. Like, it was really interesting before he became sort of megalomaniac. He would get Duncan, wouldn't he? He would get Duncan. No, he did it twice. No, Nicky, like, we're both just opinions here, right? If he... Look, okay, the twice thing argument, because he sort of turned and did the same thing to the other. But if he didn't think he was doing a Nazi salute, right? He was just pouring the heart out to the crowd. Then, obviously, he'd do it twice. Like, it's fine for him to do it twice, because he doesn't think he's doing a Nazi salute. That's my point. Like, so that's not to... that doesn't prove either way, right? If he is doing a Nazi salute, he might well do it twice. If he doesn't think he's doing a Nazi salute, he's just doing a nice gesture, he's going to do it twice. The twice thing is irrelevant. Slobs! Poor finish. Bit of ketamine. And he also talks openly about his psychedelic not addiction, but consumption on a regular basis, let's say. I'll take a Phil Foden. Yeah, Drake. I'll take a little cheeky Phil Foden. Could we have a Premier League game where everybody has to take shrooms before we watch them? Can we just have like let's say last game of the season, 2 teams that are safe, aren't playing for anything, or 1 team shrooms, 1 team weed, and then see which is. We could try different drugs as a football, as like cocaine versus ketamine. Like I would like a World Cup maybe. I'm spitballing here. Super League. Hear me out. The reason we're calling it Super League is because they're all on massive amounts of drugs. Okay? Each team gets assigned a drug. And that's how we decide best drug for football. I'd 100% watch it. I would have fired Sandra this year, but apparently the viewers wanted to keep her, so I ain't hiring her. 3-7 for Mo Salah in the Champions League this season. It's all right. Pouring it. I would like as I said before, I'd like Kelleher to go just for him, because he needs to be playing first team football. And as much as I'd love to have like one of the best goalkeepers in the world as a backup, I mean one of the best backup goalkeepers in the world. Selfishly for Liverpool, great. No, go play football. I'd love to see what he does. He could have a really good career. It did, yeah. Cocaine. Maradona showed that cocaine could be useful. Kwanzaa does well with the defensive header. Little slippy G from Curtis Jons. I haven't changed the score. Why is that taking that long for nobody to point out? No, I haven't done this for ages, all right? I'm blaming this on you. You lot have taken ages. Where is it? This is the part where 7 people point out they already pointed it out. Boom. Boom. Oh, Viagra team! No, because Viagra has like it's just, I don't know the science of Viagra, because I don't know how it gets to the penis. Isn't it just like gets you all up, essentially, and the penis is just a side effect for that. So therefore, Viagra might be decent. Apart from the obvious problem of running around with a boner. Shut up, Donnie. Shut up. Just shut up, yeah? I think. Go on, Mo. Mo's through again. Oh, he's just clipped it wide. No, he should have scored it. He's on the ground. Oh, he should have scored that second one. Another really quick counter-attack. It was Diaz with a amazing sort of 60-yard ball forward. Mo strength. Gets in through on goal. It gets bumped a little. I think the keeper gets a touch. But he should have scored that. Liverpool on the attack again. Mo slips it through to Curtis, lad. Gets scoffered out. Can you score with a boner? Yeah. You've got to be able to. That's part of it, isn't it? That's. Yeah. It's down there. That's fine, right? You can score with a boner. So it could be a benefit. Corners would be interesting when everybody's like sandwiched together and there's an entire team with erections. You'd find out who the homophobes were in the other team, wouldn't you? That's fair, Alistair. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, so it increases blood flow, right? Tim, if I remember correctly, I heard a friend So sure, I feel like that would be good. Oh, ecstasy would be fun. What's the drug where you mow with the ball through, cleaned up by the goalkeeper? What's the drug that you see people in the streets just sort of standing there like zombies? Probably wouldn't be great for football, but it'd be funny. Yeah, wasn't it created as a heart medication? I think the penis thing was a happy accident. So I think Viagra could work. No, not alcohol. Spice. Isn't that a Star Wars thing? Can you be offside with a penis? See, we'd have to answer all these questions before we do it. Oh, it is Spice. People are calling it Spice. Okay. Imagine, you'd always use that as a brag. What happened tonight, love? Well, I scored, but it was offside. Oh, how come you're offside? Penis is too big, isn't it? No, that's just like humble brag. It would indeed be solid. Who would be my ideal signing? I don't know. It's an impossible question to answer as a Liverpool fan because I don't know if we need to replace Virgil or Trent or Mo. Let's assume for a second. Let's assume they'll all stay. I really would like us to buy Kirkes, the Bournemouth left back. I think he is, or not quite as needed, or the Bournemouth centre back. That is true. There we go. 1-0 at half time. We take it, boys. We take it. If City get relegated, how many players do you think would leave? I think that's a fascinating. I don't know if they would. I think Man City could just say to them, look, you'll get paid a shit ton. We're going to get promoted again. If it was like down to the Championship, just say, give us a season. Right? There might be a few that leave, but like I don't think it'll be too bad. I think they'd have a solid Championship side. Yeah, back up to Gravenberg would be good. Is Bradley good enough to take over after Trent leaves, or if he should take? I really like Bradley. I'm not 100% convinced yet, just because we haven't seen him play long enough and consistent enough, right? It's a question mark. I would sign a young right back just to battle it out with him. Is he, Jam? Is he? Hypothetically, would you take losing both Salah and Virgil van Dijk if it meant signing Bellingham? Oh, God. Yeah, go on then. I don't think it'll be good like for a season, I think, because replacing those two is a nightmare. And where Bellingham plays, we don't actually need a player, but he's so good you could probably just make it work. He's an upgrade, right? But I think for a season, while we try and replace those two, we might get a little bit worse. Not sure if you mentioned yet, but what's your thoughts on Klopp's new job? I'm not upset, but I do understand why Mainz fans are, etc. Yeah, I think for Klopp personally, taking this Red Bull job kind of seems like a fucking perfect thing. He's probably getting paid a shit ton and doesn't have to do the most work in the world. Like, it sounds like if you need a break from management and you are burnt out from doing management, being whatever this role is at Red Bull just seems like absolute cushy job. So I'm happy for him, but like obviously I get why Mainz fans are unhappy because the whole Red Bull thing in Germany and the whole everybody hates them thing. So yeah, I think if I was a Mainz fan, I'd be a little bit miffed, but I kind of understand it. He's not managing Red Bull, like he's not managing a team there, so it's different. That's a Sox makes a good point. Could we put the commentary teams on different drugs as well? That would be fun. With your FM hat on, what would you say at Liverpool? I'd lie and say like we've blown them away. Just carry on, because the players always buy it, don't they? Saracens, when they got relegated for financial reasons from the rugby team, just loaned out all their stars out for a season. That's a good shout, Stu. Yeah. If any of your players are really that bothered about playing in the Championship for a season, you could say, okay, you go play for Man United for a season. Might be a step down. Oh, Carl Walker to Liverpool. No, Dave. Get out of here, Dave. Get out of here. Disgusting boy. Yeah, like Juventus did it, yeah. Murillo is very good. Maybe if... I don't know how much he would cost. No, Dortmund are 1-0 up. What's happened to Barcelona? They were like flying, weren't they, for a while? Yeah. Isn't Walker off to Saudi? Isn't that the latest thing? Well, Carl Walker's off to Saudi until he read what they do to cheating men out there. Oh yeah. Hey Northman, good to see you, buddy. I don't look at Twitter anymore for reasons because I'm woke. I'm woke AF. Has there been any FM stuff? Because didn't they say they'll start talking about the new FM in January? Like, have they actually mentioned anything on Twitter that I've missed? Who scored for Leverkusen? Did they say end of January, or did they say January when they were initially talked about it? If Trent leaves and coach doesn't trust Bradley enough, I would buy Jules Koundé. Yeah, he's really good in my view, really good going up, and we also get defender. That's true, which would be nice. I like that shout. Is that the one that's at PSG, right? I'm starting to worry a little bit. All right. Okay. How do I word this? I am, due to my... Okay, hang on. Due to my nature of being a FM creator, I have slightly more reason to be confident about FM25 than people that aren't creators. Okay? Yeah. Hakimi, yeah, he would be, yeah, I'm getting mixed up. He would cost the planet. Diplomatically nailed it. Yeah. I'm almost tempted to tell... It's a weird thing, right? I'm almost tempted to tell you what I know because... And this shows you, like Sports Interactive, if you're watching, if any randomers from Sports SI are watching this, right? You should be telling people. It's mental. But I don't want to be fair, let's just say, okay, I'm just going to sort of say what I know, right? every year for the past 7 years, pretty much, yeah, every single year, Sports Interactive have invited me at some point to go down and either check out the game, make content about the game, or we did that Creator Cup thing, the fantasy stuff, every single year. So I have refused. So I've been a couple of times, and then every time I've been asked since, I have said no. And I usually give them, I know this doesn't really help them so much, but I say, hey, no, that's thank you for the offer, but I'm busy. I'll give them a list of other creators, smaller creators, that I should get my spot, right? I'm all about, I've been there, it's cool, it's amazing to go there, but, and as somebody that's loved Football Manager all my life, it was like a pilgrimage almost the first time I went there, right? It was like this amazing thing, the home of the game that I've played for so many years, and I want more. I've always wanted more people to be able to have that experience. So that's why I've done it now. I will let other people go and see it. So this year, FM asked me to go down to check out the new game, right? So, and that was, without going into too much detail, that's already happened. Which to me is a good thing. That shows that it must be pretty good, or everything's there. Like, they're not scrabbling around trying to make shit work. They at least have something to show, right? They technically didn't make me sign an NDA, so I'll probably never get invited back, but I always say no, so it kind of swinging roundabouts, isn't it, really? Sandra's going to be in FM. Yeah, that's the big news. But and I'm not saying it's just a special thing for me, but before Christmas, creators have been invited to go out to Sports Interactive and play FM25. Right? I don't know who, so don't go asking your favourite creator or whatever. But they have been. So that's a good sign, because if we're thinking about it, the delay is, March? So it's like 3 months before the game comes out. They literally have something to show creators. So, good signs. Sandra didn't let me go. Yeah, she went in my stead. I should have gone as Sandra. Oh my God, I would have done it. If I thought that through, I could have gone as Sandra. And I wouldn't have told them, I just would have turned up. Hang on, Northman, hang on. So Northman, if you don't know, great content creator, lovely guy, crap at golf. He got asked to remove his podcast episode before Christmas. What was in your podcast episode? Hang on, spill the beans. Give us the tea. Yes, and some FMFC members have tested it already, according to Reddit. Yeah, so I think that's really good signs, generally, because we're still technically now 2 months away from launch. Do you ever interact with other FM creators? Not really. I think I'm just too old. Not for them. I'm sure if I reached out, they'd be more than generous and stuff. But so how do I word this? I like not talking to humans, just as a general rule of thumb, right? This stuff's great, right? I'm quite happy on my own, right? I'm not the most sociable person, and I have a group of friends. that I would take a bullet for, and hopefully they take a bullet for, Jam would take a bullet for reorder. I have a group of online friends in my Discord that they're some of the closest friends I've ever had, and I would do anything for them. A great bunch of like 20 guys and girls, just lovely human beings that I've spent years with at this point. We were talking about it the other day, like 7-8 years, a lot of us have known each other. And that's sort of my friend group. I'm not going to cultivate a friendship because of what it might bring my career. And obviously that hurts my career, obviously. But I get on with most creators when I've spoken to. But, like, I'm not going to be, like, messaging them every day because we're just really close mates. The only reason I'd be messaging them every day is because I want to collab or I want to grow or, or for the many reasons that creators get together, right? I can't be arsed with all that shit. I am an old fuddy, though. I totally get it. Would you work with Jared Bone? Oh, yeah, of course. Jared has just bought a Windows 98 PC, right? A complete PC with Windows 98 so he can play old FM games. Like, he's all in. He's a legend. I think it'll be very similar, Roy. I think it's when you make a game that recreates a sport, recreates anything, there's only so much you can do. You can't have like, oh, let's do zero gravity football, right? You're trying to replicate a real thing. So I don't think it'll be a massive change. I know, Jackson. Are you sad about Anthony leaving? Nothing bad. I just titled it, Is Football Manager Keeping Secrets? And said about them doing pre-season sales, then delaying it days later. It was basically saying they knew the game was late. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Tim says he might take a small pebble for you, Loki. They can. They can. I'll take that, Tim. Who do you want to get promotion from the championship? I would like... What I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying content creators are bad in any way, shape, or form. Most of them are lovely human beings that just share the same interest as me. And if we were friends, we'd probably get on really well. But I have my friend group. And if one of those enters the friend group that happens to be a content creator, good. But if I'm not going to try and force friendship on people. Anyway, championship teams. Oh, we're off again. I'll resume when we get to the actual time. I'd like Sheffield Wednesday because they're my brother's team. I like QPR because they're my mate James's team. And I'd like Plymouth because they're my mate's team. And that'd be a hell of a comeback. Kevin Keegan. Oh, that was an amazing game. Where are we? I'll start the timer when we get there. Yeah, I randomly got a message from Jared just saying, help. I can't remember which version of Championship Manager. Basically, Jared wanted to go back to the first one he ever played, the one he fell in love with, and I can't remember which version it was. And he was like, I really want to play it. And I was like, okay, well, you're going to need, I think it was, he found out you could only play it on Windows 98 or 95 or whatever. And I was like, we can get an emulator for it, or you can have a hard drive with a different Windows system on and stuff like that. But eventually I think he decided just to buy a classic Windows 98 PC. You know it's beige, right? You know there's no glass in that thing. There's no RGB. It's just beige. Lucky Mo. Hey, put the time back up, Telly. I can't. I need to know when to resume. Oh, we're good. We're good. Where are we? 47-29. 2-2 in the Oxford Luton game. Branners. Dino would be insufferable if Plymouth made it to the Prem. As opposed to what, Jam? Hmm? Can we have the timer back on, please? There we're off. Okay. Get what we say about friends, etc. We have a new baby, 1-year-old now. My wife trying to get me to hang in with some of the dads from the group baby classes. I don't have interest in any friends, can't be asked. Yeah, I think blokes in general are kind of... I think we're better at being on our own, but I also think we don't feel that, like, we want natural friendships generally, don't we? We'll just... If it happens, happens, sort of thing. Like, come on, Liverpool, let's get a second goal. Let's kill it off. Can you please comment 2 minutes later to everything in the game, watching a stream which is a bit behind? Okay, I'll try and delay all my comments by 2 minutes. But hang on, there's a YouTube delay, so what's that? That's another 10 seconds, right? But like for a while, like me and Ben didn't get on very well, but in the last like couple of years, we get on great. We've talked about doing a couple of like roundtable chats, and stuff, and maybe even taking part in the next what's it called? What's that big thing he does on Twitch? It's not a good sign, is it? The big drafty thing. I think that might be fun to do because I think it would surprise a few people. Okay, the second half has just kicked off, Merlin. Are we there? Streamer Showdown, that's it. Because I've literally turned down all of those things I get invited for. All the different streamer showdown thing, the draft stuff. So that might be quite fun. Yeah, but it's only a few of you here, so it's fine, right? It's just us. Nobody tell anybody, right? It's just keep it to us. For the larger audience. Right, come on, Brad, let's see what you got, son. Little dink over the top. That's poor. Harvey Elliott's on the second half. Little spaghetti man himself. What year was your favourite journeyman? See, now there's the problem with what you've asked there is that I have to remember things. And that is a problem. I was going to actually ask this in a video, but I'll ask you guys, right? We were reminiscing about, I think it was FM17, and some people in the chat said they'd recently started rewatching it. And for the first time ever, in my whole history of making content, I thought to myself, oh, actually, it's been so long and I remember so little that I might go and watch my FM17 Journeyman. Now, is this narcissistic? Right? It's a lovely ball through. Darwin, keeper comes out, clears it. Is it bad for me to go and watch myself? Is what I'm saying. Would you do a mini-series visiting some of your... Would be fun, wouldn't it? I don't know if I don't really keep stuff, though. That's the problem. I don't think I have access to most of those saves. Northman says, yeah, I fell out with a fair few over the years. You, Northman, you? Falling out with I can't believe that. I think you just have to move on. Ignore what you want to speak with who you want. But life's too short to interact with idiots. Yeah, exactly. Like, me and Alujo used to be really close, and then we didn't have a falling out as such. I just realised something. Just stopped talking to him. It was like, there's no need for us to make a big fuss of anything. Just like, oh, okay, I'm not like this person. We're very different people. I don't want to be friends. It's really easy. It's really easy without kicking up a fuss. The problem is when you're a content creator, kicking up a fuss gets lots of views and growth and money and fun stuff. So I think that's why you see it happen all the time in the content creation space. Liverpool have a free kick. Shimikas. He's going to whip one in. He's put his arm up so you know it's a good one. It's gone to the middle. It's a good header, is that? Oh, it's Kwanzaa, unlucky. Oh, I love Curtis Jones. When my TikTok man, I've got a TikTok man. When my TikTok man showed me that video, you know, the 4-minute video I uploaded with all the, like, some highlights from all the saves and stuff. When I saw Miley Cyrus, I had completely forgot that person existed. And that absolute, I was like, oh, now I want to go watch it all. Yeah, drama sells. Drama, like, and that's people. I talked when I said I posted on Twitter that I was leaving Twitter, right? And one of the first reactions was somebody poked a gif of me being woke or some shit like that. Like, I think Elon Musk is a massive bellend and stuff. But the main reason I left Twitter was because with the way it financially works now, and you get, you know, you can pay for your tick and you get paid. So therefore, it's literally pay to win. If you think of social media and getting impressions, you pay for a tick. Therefore, your tick means it goes above everybody else's comments, even though it might not have as many likes or whatever. And you get paid for views. You've literally encouraged everything to just, I'm just going to say the most outrageous thing because then I'll get the most shares and comments and people, even if they're raging at me, therefore I'll get money. And then all those steak ads and gambling ads start appearing on every image and stuff, and the amount of content stealing there is from other platforms just to get views and stuff. It's just a cesspool. Like, it's a horrible, and the amount of essentially porn on Twitter is bonkers. Go onto Twitter, right, and say something like, oh, don't look at this thread if you're with your parents or something, you will get so many OnlyFans bots that just post rude stuff in the replies. It's mental. So it's just, I left Twitter because it's shit. Oh, Teddy Hess, what a man. Mm-hmm. Oh, that tiny little island off Russia I didn't even know existed. Yeah, they should never have given me the CSK Moscow job. That was ridiculous. Yeah, the Dutch Masters was probably the best team I've had. But yeah, I might. That's one of the benefits of having a terrible memory, is that you can go back and watch stuff you've seen before and be surprised. It's great. So I might start watching my old journeyman saves. What is it? No, what is it? I can't remember. There's a phrase that I saw, and I'm not going to go on it anymore. I don't know. There's like trigger words, like for instance, if you tweet about, hey guys, I'm thinking of getting into cryptocurrency. What do you think I should buy? There are like bots that crawl the internet that will immediately post tons of replies to you. Breaking news: Sandra signs for Liverpool as director of football and says signing 4 left backs is a priority. How are the other scores looking? Leverkusen are still 1-up. Benfica ball in. Oh, that's a terrible ball. Who's that? Bradders. Benfica 3-1 up against Barcelona. Dortmund are 1-0 up against Bologna. 0-0 Juventus Bruges. PSV are 3-0 up against Red Star. And Stuttgart 2-0 up. Yeah, they're all 20 years old and they're all absolute shite. With the Thill brothers, old Thill, young Thill, and shit Thill. That's still that. Like if someone asked me about what it's been like being a Football Manager content creator, like the Fort William is like how you go from, wow, I think it was a random stream, and I was like, what club should we manage? And somebody, I can't even remember their name, said, have you seen Fort William? They're like the shittest. There's an article on them. They're the shittest. Go on. Oh, unlucky Darwin. They're the shittest football team in the world. And I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. And then realising they had no money, so doing the fundraiser, and then getting invited to go out and see the club. Bonkers. Didn't get to see a game because it was rained off, which is poetic, I guess. And then having a BBC documentary made. That's mental. How does that happen? I deleted Twitter just after Musk bought it. I'm on Blue Sky now. It's much better, but also started having problems with spam accounts, but at least I can say Blue Sky delete. Yeah, that's good. I never used Twitter that much, to be honest. I was always more of just keeping up with people that I follow to see what they're doing rather than posting much. Forgot that about the Neil Lennon stuff. Oxford are 3-2 up against Luton. Ball. Oh! That's a foul. Oh, his second yellow card, he's off. Diaz running the ball through down the... I don't know who he is. He's a man with a little tash. Mandy. Second yellow card. Diaz was not through on goal, but he was through down the left-hand side with a lovely through ball, and he just took him out. He realised he was not getting there. He took him out. But he is Harvey Elliott with a sumptuous pass. Yeah, he did a professional foul. Like, I'm not going to get this, so I need to take him down before he gets dangerous without realising he's already on a yellow. I haven't watched that TBD. Is it good? And Liverpool have a deep free kick. I wonder if Shimakass is going to raise his arm this time. Let's see. He has. It's a right arm raise. Decent ball in. It's a free header. Who's that? Oh, that's McAllister. McAllister with a free header in the box, and he's absolutely spaffed it over the bar. See you later, Dave. So I will be this week at some point. I will be returning to the world of Andy Carroll. I'm missing him. I'm missing his goals. I'm missing him, watching him bang in. The fact that the away fans sing at Darwin Núñez that you're just a shit Andy Carroll, they don't realise what a great player he is. That's like if only I could be a shit Andy Carroll, you know? I'm minus 123. Oh, you're saying bye-bye to the guy that got sent off. Okay, fair enough. Any hope the selling problem bug in FM will be fixed? Hate not being able to sell dregs. It's a weird one, because I think there are legitimate reasons why you sometimes can't sell players that people don't realise and therefore think that's broken. But you're right, there are times when it's like, oh, I've got this guy who's quite good and he's on low wages, but a lot of the time it's because the player themselves have no interest, let's say, in dropping down leagues. So you're like, I'm selling this, I'm trying to give this guy away, he's worth 200 grand, and I'm trying to give him away for zero, and he's on low wages, right? So you're thinking, why would a club never come in for him? The fact of the matter is, those clubs they would happily get him. Lille on the counter, they've had a shot, he's scored, it's 1-1. It's a scribbly scrabbly goal, and somebody from their team has done a goal. But the players, but his demands. You know how sometimes you get a Premier League player who's been released by a club, and you go in for him in the Championship, and they want like 60 grand a week or something ridiculous. It's kind of like that. They're like, is it Jonathan David that scored? There's a lot of pointing going on. Endo's coming on. Gum shield in. He's means business. But But it happens, like you're trying to get rid of that guy, but he won't go down a league, or he'll ask for a stupid amount of wages. Really good cutback. Simicast gets a touch on the ball, but not enough. And it just sits in his path, and he gets a little deflection. Keeper didn't do anything about it. Allison's already on the floor. Verge froze his big frame. And pretty controlled, ironically, by us. Up until now, they got 10 men. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. Why does the time say 02 minutes, by the way, now? What's happened to my timer? Hi, Jackson. Have a good evening, mate. Thank you, Kenny. That's very kind of you to say. I'm not going to sleep with you, mate. Get over it. Sorry, Merlin. I don't know what the fucking timer's done there. Hang on. For some reason, my timer won't do just minutes, it does hours, okay? So we're an hour and 3 minutes in. You know, that's how they do football scores, right? The football timings. It's an hour and 3 minutes in. I've got to change the fucking score. No. Don't want to. At least I did it a bit quicker this time. Last time it was like 15 minutes after the goal. But yes, the process of selling players does need massive improvement, as Tim said. Like, and the fact you have one of my favourite things is like you got a player that's worth £10 million. You don't want him anymore, so you offer him to clubs for £10 million. 17 clubs bid. Yet they all bid £4.5 million plus £1 million in add-ons and 20% of future profit, as if they all got in a conference call beforehand and decided that that's how they would bid. Yeah. Oh, wow. Took it back straight away, Kenny. I see. Cunha to Forest. Ooh. Trouble is, the transfer deadline's it's not as exciting anymore, I don't think. I'll fix the timer for next time. Oh, I'm still first off. For fuck's sake! I'm never doing this again. It's too much work. I have to change stuff. There. What I could do is reset the timer for each half. Whatever. That's one of the other things I don't get with Man United, right? Okay, you've signed a guy, famously plays 5 at the back with wingbacks. Okay, you don't have any wingbacks. Okay, you just kind of have to muddle through until you get wingbacks. Okay, but we're 21 days into the transfer window. Maybe you should have signed some wingbacks by now. That's a bit weird. That's because they got no money. They're trying to palm off Garnacho and Rashford, I guess, to make some money. Oh, yeah, but you could learn a lot from Chris Wood, though. Yeah, it's sort of right. The timer's right. It's just the formatting slightly off. I should have restarted. Look, I'll take you through my thinking here. The timer I've got, because it's really annoying to get that set up, right, only does hours and minutes. And I realised that. That's why I put what half we were in. So therefore, in the second half, I just restart the timer and we go again. None of which happened because I didn't restart the timer. I just carried on. Also didn't change the first half text. So, Harvey Elliott. Oh, it's a deflective goal. I think Verge comes off Virgil van Dijk. The little spaghetti-haired wonder. Who did it come off? Was it the defender or was it Verge? In 2 minutes, Merlin, you're going to see a lovely goal. Yeah, so they need to sell Garnacho and Rashford and whoever to find it. Okay, I get it. Okay, so the corner comes in, Shimikas doesn't beat the first man, comes out directly. Oh no, it comes off the defender, so it is a Harvey. It was on target, Harvey Elliott goal. Let's go. Oh, it's a massive deflection. It's a really good finish from the defender. Top bins. Yeah, poor Hoyland. He's like shit now, isn't he? I kind of like. I liked Hoyland. I was even when he wasn't scoring. I was like, no, I can see a player there. But now I don't know how Man United ruined so many good players. I've got to be honest. It's like a special skill. All right, boys, there we go. We're back in it. Peter Odemwingie. He was in the car park. I think Harry Redknapp was on the Gary Lineker podcast the other week, and he was talking about that exact signing and why it happened and how it happened. It was hilarious. You cut that in. Lille on the attack. Endo's there. Gum shield. Oh shit! Score! Score! How am I not remembering it by now? I just did it. How is that not the first thing that fucking came into my head? Fucking hell, I'm a useless sack of shit. Okay, boom, everything's right. Liverpool 2, Lille 1. Okay, second half. 1 hour, 9 minutes in. 1 hour, 9 minutes in. Job done. Oh, Barcelona, it's 3-2 in the Barca game. Dortmund are still 1-0 up. Nothing in the Bruges Juventus game. Let's go Leverkusen. I said 1-1 in that one. Oh, it's 4-2, is it? Okay. Come on, let's get another goal. I really need a wee. Are Liverpool going to score in the next 2 minutes? Can I risk a wee? Should have got one of those tubey things. Hey, yeah, but at least you know what happened and then you can see what I say about it. Yeah? I know, it's only because Gravenberg's been so good that Endo's not gone. I like him. I hope we don't get rid of him in the summer. I think he's a perfect squad player. Endo drives forward. Oh, it's unlucky. Some of the dumbest goals I've ever seen in the Benfica. Oh, okay, I'll have to watch the highlights later. No, I don't have a pee bottle. Just a bucket. I think a bottle is a better shout than a bucket. I've got to be honest. Right, I'm going to be right back. Don't score. Nobody score, okay? Nothing happened. No red cards. Right. Didn't miss anything. Okay, good. don't. I'm a very confused person. All right? I don't need extra. A streaming litter tray. No, because you'd hear the gravelly noise, wouldn't you, if I was peeing in it, especially from a height. Advantage of kidney failure is don't pee. Well, that is a silver lining. Respect it. Oh, Buadi's coming on. Watch out. He's a... There. Can I help you, Miss Boo? Oh, there we go. Chiesa. I want to see him more. I think he's really good. I think he might be really good. Don't rub yourself against the microphone, though, missus. Come in. Come on, Chiesa, do some magic. This is Boo, my office cat. She's an old lady, and she lives in my office. Yeah. Come on, boys. One more goal. Kill it off. Like now he seems to have got his fitness back. I'd love to see Chiesa play some more. But it's kind of hard because I think his best spot where Mo plays. You know, darling. Thank you for making biscuits on my chest. That's lovely. Yeah. That was almost the Sing the Ping, right? For those that remember Sing the Ping. He's mine now. It was almost like a bug, wasn't it? Because I remember there was like that first half of the season when we got Sing the Ping as a right back. And he literally would. He had no traits that suggested he would do this. He would just launch 80-yard balls down the wing all the time, whenever he got the ball. Just endlessly. Sometimes there wasn't anybody there, but sometimes he was great. They're doing well, thank you, Dave. Thanks for asking. I think dogs. The cats are never bothered because they're cats, right? With Ollie's passing, the dogs are really good at getting over loss. I think this goes back to a bit of their sort of wolf DNA. That's a foul. Their wolf DNA in that, you know, they mourn. It's scientists have suggested it's like 48 hours or something like that. And for Freya, it was the first day she was okay, but then I think she realised something was Ollie wasn't coming back. He wasn't like, oh, he's just gone away for a day or something. And then she was really sort of extra cuddly for a couple of days and stuff. But honestly, they've both been really good. Yes, Kenny, I'll be streaming again this week. I don't know when yet. I need to record some videos, but like I'll be streaming this week back to the land of Andy Carroll dreams because I genuinely was having really fun. I want to see what happens next season. Oh, Allison with a weird touch, but he clears the danger. But yes, I will be streaming my Bordeaux save. Okay, tricky ball forward. Good control from Mo. Got a lot of work to do on this right-hand side. Little fizzy pass to the back post. I've headed away. And Lille on the counter, potentially. Got no help with him, though. Yeah, I agreed. And I like players that are so happy for other players. Like when Darwin scored those goals, he was just joyously happy for him. I love that. I really hate footballers that don't seem like they enjoy football. Like, are just grumpy footballers. I'm like, you play football for a living. You're like, how are you're a multi-millionaire playing football. Be happy about it. That's why as much as I loved Mane as a footballer and stuff, he just was just a bit of a grump. And I think Mo used to be, especially when he missed chances, Mo was really bad. Allison clears it again. And I think it was Andy Robertson that said to him, look, everybody's looking at you. If you miss a chance, don't worry about it. You know, don't look so pissed off. And he doesn't know. He always sort of laughs about it. Mows through on the right-hand side. Keeper saves with his feet. It's a corner. We've never lost a game, Stackers. What do you know? How old is Boo? 16? Did you say 16? I'm speaking to my wife who's in the bedroom listening to the stream. So we'll get her reply in a minute. I can't remember, 15, 16? 13. Okay, I've just added on years. I've added on years. She's 13. Well, hopefully we should get a couple of weeks. I'm assuming when FM does release in March that we will have the same setup. Like we'll get 2-week early access to it. It's gone for a short one this time. Harvey Elliott lays it back off to Simicast. Whips one in. Good header away. Endo with the first touch. Oh, he fought it about it for a minute. Ronaldinho is my favourite player ever to watch. So he's just an absolute legend. Don't do anything stupid, boys. 10 minutes left. Has your wife ever been on stream? Have you been on a stream? She's been in YouTube videos. And she will be in the pet channel. By the way, update on the pet channel. I just, as you probably have guessed, after dog death, I didn't really my mind is not all in on the pet channel right now. It will definitely start at some point. It's just that's not. My brain doesn't need to go there for a bit. Feels weird. FM Boss, hello Mr. Doki. I was wondering if you had any advice for me as I'm due to sit my advanced financial reporting exam tomorrow. Get out! Get out while you still can, boss. It's not too late. It's not too late. You can do it. You don't have to do it. No. Remember your numbers, 1, 4, 6, and others. Decimal points. Remember, the little dot makes the number change. So, 1, 2, 3 is 125. But if you put a dot after the 1, it's 1.25. Okay? Hope that helps. Allison playing. No, but best of luck with it, mate. I mean, I'm 4 years into my accounting course after taking a placement year. I feel like it's never too late. You always have the option to get out. Oh, Chiesa! Chiesa! Oh! That was sexy footwork from the little Italian. See, he's got it. It's good. It's 4-3 Benfica Barca. Another penalty. She knows. No, that's not true, is it? No, best of luck, mate. That's amazing. I know it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get that far, so brilliant, honestly. And finance is a great place to work. So I didn't choose to go into finance and become an accountant. I moved to Jersey in the Channel Islands, and it's a tax haven. So it was like, oh, what job shall I do? Well, everybody's an accountant. So that's and I just fell into that and did it for 7 years. So, so mine was a different path in. I never chose it. Oxford beat Luton 3-2. Lovely. Yeah, pretty much. Just if you rounding errors, Jam. Rounding errors. And if you're ever doing balance sheet, miscellaneous is a great way to put any numbers that don't add up, as long as it's not too big. No, that's amazing, boss. That's damn impressive. Like, it's genuine. Obviously, it's a great industry to get into. It was just never my thing. Like, I detested maths at school. But accountancy's not really maths. That's the bit. That's the thing. That's the other thing that people. It's not really math. Accountancy isn't maths. You feel like it is math. It should be maths, but it's almost more like research. A lot of accounts. I don't know if you do year-end accounts and stuff. That was my main thing. So it was the year-end accounts. A lot of it's just like research, bookkeeping, and then just working out if all the numbers match. But everything else is just done by a spreadsheet. You just input the numbers. Lille on the attack. It's a lovely little build up here. They're in the middle. Oh, a little check back. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Heavy first touch. Bradders is out to him. Stands him up. Plays it inside. Harvey Elliott covers well. Should have just cleared it. Tried to sort of keep it in as a deflected shot. Goes over. It's a corner. I was really good on an Excel spreadsheet. Oh, nice. The corner to Lille. Still might fancy themselves. I don't know where are they in the group, in the league. It's a league now, isn't it? It's not a group. Champions League football competition. Lille are sitting 12th. Is this the live table? I don't know. There's like 10 teams on 13 points. So even a point would be massive for Lille. Have you seen the Excel spreadsheet World Champions? No. That is the nerdiest. That is ultimate nerddom. But I do get TikToks from this guy who does like Excel spreadsheet tips. I think done properly, Excel could be used to run the entire world. I think you probably run Doom in Excel. Probably has been done. Excel is a ridiculously good program, and some of the stuff you can do on it is mind-boggling. But more of a football-related question: is there any point to Liverpool coming first versus, say, 7th in the group? I don't. Is there a seeding thing for the knockouts, or is it just random? I don't know. Yeah, I thought I was good at Excel back in the day, but like, yeah, no. Like, this is how much I hated accounts, right? So I for 4 years I worked at a place called Ernst and Young, which is a massive accountants in Jersey, right? And I managed to wangle it. So 2 years of that was spent on me building spreadsheets so people could do their charges. Like, so whenever you're working as an accountant, I have to charge every 15 minutes. I have to charge to a company, right? And it was about 12 quid every 15 minutes that I would charge to a company. So I built this amazing, wondrous Excel spreadsheet that allowed people just to fill in on a daily basis to save a bunch of time. Like, nothing to do with actual accounts, but I managed to wangle it. It's great. The groups are seeded. Okay, so there we go. So it does help. It will theoretically give you favourable fixtures all the way to the final. And that's Jam, and he never lies. He made a Football Manager game on Excel. That's amazing. Can we just sort of score a third goal, lads? Little Darwin goal. Not seen too much of him this game. Hey, Sean. It is. Damn right. It was. We did all the regulatory reporting in Excel. It was basically the backbone of the entire company. Nice. I had one of my favourite jobs ever, right? Because I've not been a career guy. I've never been a career guy. I worked for I was working with this recruitment firm, and they were like, "Oh, we've got this job for you, right?" This was years ago, and the job was, I can't remember who it was for. It was one of the big banks or building sites. Maybe it was like Nationwide or somebody. But essentially, they had 1 million of these giant rectangular cardboard boxes, right? On each, in these boxes was cards. On each card was the details of a customer, right? This is showing you how old I am, right? And on this, like all the customer details, their latest address, all this sort of stuff, and their signature, right? What we had to do, our entire job was to put that onto a computer. So essentially, we would just, it was data input, and then we'd scan the little signature, tidy it up, and that was our entire job. Started at 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. There was about 50 of us, and we were allowed to listen to music. I loved that job. It was like, you know, a trained monkey could have done it, but like, it was great. And then somebody started bringing weed in on the smoke breaks. It wasn't me. It was a great job. It wasn't a Rolodex. I think Excel might be the greatest program ever, along with MS Paint, obviously. Right, we're about to hit into the hour and 30 minutes mark. Don't know how much time's added on yet. Oh, mistake. It's 3-on-3. Ball through. Darwin leaves it. Oh, that's a lovely leave from Darwin. Although I can't. Chiesa! Oh, save! Darwin's offside. He's a fucking mile offside. He's a mile offside, isn't he? Chiesa looks fruity. Gotta say. Oh, bless Darwin. Look how unselfish that is. He probably should have shot, but like. Good finish, though. Good finish. My first job at uni, the application forms for hundreds of students would arrive by post, and I had to photocopy every page and file them in a giant room for 5 days. Eric Garcia scored his 4-4 in the Barcelona game. I think we might. Yeah. He's had a great game, hasn't he, Jam? He's not scored and everything. Mo's going through again. Oh, that's poor from Mo. He tries to lift it to the far post. It's nowhere near close enough. Fraction offside. It's level. Couldn't we... Only 3 minutes added on, though. We've got a minute and a half left to the final whistle. Lille on the attack on this right-hand side. Ball in. Easy for Allison there. What a sexy man he is. The smoker's hut was right outside the copy room. When I worked at Ernst & Young, they used to have a smoking room, right? This is before, you know, legal stuff. And they used to have a smoking room. And there was 300 people that worked in this office, right? But the smoking room was up on the 3rd floor, and it was an old kitchen. But it was no big... If you take a portaloo, it was maybe... The space inside this room was maybe 5 portaloos. It was minuscule and had one tiny little... It was a disgusting... And obviously everything was kind of that, you know, smoker's orange colour. Lille through again, but Trent does well defensively. Another corner. I think it's corner for Lille. This could be the final action. That's Kwanzaa. Did well. The Kwans. Here we go. Could be the final action of the game. The goalkeeper's up. The goalkeeper's up. I kind of want him to score. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Oh, it's a poor corner, though. The goalkeeper doing the mad panic sprint back to goal. Lille still got it, though. Oh, he's played out of play. Surely that's it. Ref? No? How much more are we at? What happened in the 3 minutes that we needed to add more? He has had... Kaiser's had a couple of injuries. Yeah, one relatively... I can't remember what it was. One relatively nasty one. But it's just not allowed him to sort of bed in, really. But honestly, I want to see him play more. I think he's really good. I think he could play the number like that, more attacking role as well, in the centre rather than just on the wings. Because his footwork's what's impressed me most. Handball. Blow up, ref. There it is. The mighty Liverpool go marching on. Let's go. Oh, Atletico just scored in the 90th minute. Man. Alonso out? Question mark? Alonso's going to be Real Madrid manager next year, right? That's just like destined to happen, right? I'm pretty sure. That's fine. He can go to Real Madrid, win a load of shit, spend 4 or 5 years at Real Madrid. We'll have Arne Slot. He'll do 4 or 5 years here. And then we'll go, yep, now we have Alonso for a bit. My worst job was one summer working in the returns department for a clothing company. Hundreds of pairs of soiled pants and stained clothes to people are grim. Oh, that is awful. Merlin, why are you leaving? It hasn't finished yet on your screen. You're 2 minutes behind. We might score again. I might have lied to you just to throw you off. That is, yeah, returns. Nah, that's got to be one of the worst jobs. Right, my friends, we'll finish up there. If you enjoyed this, let me know, and we'll do it of a more regular thing, because it's kind of, nice to just have a chat with you guys while watching the teams. Probably even nicer when it's not my team, so I can relax a little bit more. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. It's a nice chill stream. So, and this is a good way to ease myself back in. I will be doing a proper Football Manager stream later on in the week. So keep an eye on the YouTubes for that. Thank you for the support as always and being lovely and stuff. And really enjoyed the Excel chat. Love that. Right. I love you all very much. Mwah. What is it? From my heart. My heart to you all. Okay? That wasn't a Nazi salute. I was just, my heart goes out to you all. Yeah? I would have gone two-handed if I'd meant that. That's how my natural reaction to do that would have been that. But I love you all. I'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye. Can't remember. Where's the button gone?